Hello, my dear children. How are you all? I hope all of you are happy and safe at your home. Welcome back to our ICT class. This is video number 52 and we have started our revision classes. So let's start today's class. Last class we have revised chapter 3 Can You Type Amma in the Computer, in which we have learned about Malayalam typing. Then chapter 4 The Amazing World at Your Fingertips, in which we have learned about internet and its services. Today we are going to revise chapter 9 Hello Mic Testing and chapter 10 My Computer. So let's start with chapter 9 Hello Mic Testing. In this chapter we are learning about the software which help us to record voice in the computer, also do editing and mixing of audios. So the software is Audacity. So let's open Audacity, go to applications, then sound and video, Audacity. So this is the Audacity main window. When we listen to a music or when we listen to an audio, we need the help of an audio player or media player. Similarly, to record sound in the computer, we need a software, and one such software is Audacity. So this is the main window of Audacity. We have some buttons here. This is pause button, which is used to stop the playing temporarily, then play button to play the recording, then stop button to stop the playing, then skip to start and skip to end buttons to reach the end and beginning of the recording, then record button to record the voice. Before recording the voice in the computer, we have to make some arrangements. That is, first of all, we have to connect a microphone to the computer in order to input audio into the computer. But if you are using a desktop computer only, we need to connect a microphone. But if you are using a laptop, we need not connect a microphone because it has inbuilt microphone in it. Similarly, after recording, if we want to hear that recording or audio, we need to connect a speaker if we are using a desktop computer, but we need not connect a speaker to the laptop because it has an inbuilt speaker in it. Okay, so we have to do such preparations before recording the sound. We have to connect a microphone, then from the audio applet icon in sound settings we have to do the necessary changes by dragging the sliders in input and output tabs. Okay, after that we can start recording our sound in the computer. So here we have to click on this record button, then we can start recording the voice. After recording, we have to click on the stop button to stop the recording. Okay, now if we want to listen to that recording, we have to click on this play button. In order to stop playing that recording, we have to click on this stop button. Then if we want to stop it temporarily, we can click at this pause button. Then we can use the skip to start and skip to end buttons to reach the beginning and end of the recording respectively. Next is editing of the poem. What do you mean by editing? Sometimes there may be some unwanted portions at the beginning, end, or in between this recording. So we can delete such portions. How to delete a portion? Just bring the mouse pointer to that position, click and drag to select a portion, then press on the delete key in the keyboard so that that portion will be deleted. So if there is any unwanted portions at the beginning or at the end or in between, we can remove it by using the delete button in the keyboard. Similarly, we can make use of cut, copy, paste tools. Here we have cut, copy and paste tools. Okay, so if we want to cut this portion and place it somewhere else, select this portion, click on this cut button, then place the mouse pointer where we want to paste it, then click on the paste button so that that portion will be removed from the first position and it is placed at the second position. Similarly, we can make use of copy and paste also. So select a portion that you want to copy, then click on the copy button, then place the mouse pointer where we want to copy it, then click on this paste button, so that that portion will be pasted at this position also. So we can make use of cut, copy, paste buttons for the editing. Then we can add effects to particular portions or to the whole recording. Okay, for example, if we are selecting this portion, we can add many effects. That is, from this effect menu we have many effects. We can select the required one. If we feel that in this portion the sound or the volume is very less, we can click on this amplify option. We can decrease or increase the volume as we need. Similarly, we can apply any of these effects to that selected portion. Okay, now let's see how to save this recording as a project file. So go to file menu, then select the option save project, click on the save project, then click OK. Then a window will appear. Here we have to give a suitable name for this. Then select the folder where this file should be saved. Then click on this save button. So this is the saved file. See the file extension, it is .aup. That means it is an Audacity project file. If we are saving a file as a Audacity project file, we can again open that file in Audacity software. We can make additions to it, we can do any editing works in that, etc. Okay, so after completing all the editing works only, we will export this audio into a final audio output. So this is a Audacity project file. When we double click on this to open, it will be opened in the Audacity software itself. So after completing all the editing works, we can export this recording into a final audio output. So how to export the audio? Go to file, select export. From here we have many different formats available. Export as MP3, export as WAV, export as OGG, etc. So from here we can select the required file format. So now we will select export as MP3. Then they'll ask for a suitable file name. We can give a name. We can select the folder where this file should be saved. Then we can click on this save button. If we want, we can give additional details in this window, like artist name, track title, album title, track number, etc. Otherwise, click on OK button. Okay, now this recording is exported. See this one. This is .mp3. This is the exported audio. And this is .aup, which is the Audacity project file. If we double click on this project file, it will be opened in Audacity. But if we double click on this mp3 file, it will not be opened in Audacity. Instead of that, it will be opened in any of the audio or media player. Okay, next topic is mixing audio files. We can import other audios into this recording, and we can mix it with this recording. So let's see how to import other audios. Go to file, import audio. From this we can select the required audio. So select an audio, click on the open button. Now we have imported an audio. Now we are going to import a second audio. File, import audio, select the audio, click open button. Okay, now we have 3 audio files here. One is the recording and the other 2 is the imported audios. Now how can we mix and edit these audio files? For that we have many tools here. The first one is selection tool, which is used for selection purpose. Second one is envelope tool, which is used for increasing the intensity of the soundtrack area where we feel the intensity is low. Next one is draw tool, which is used to edit the nodes of the waveform. Then we have zoom tool, which is used for zooming in and zooming out the waveform. Then we have time shift tool, which is used to move the waveform to the left or right in the timeline. Then finally we have multi tool, which is used for handling all the other 5 tools. Okay, So here we have an introduction audio. So we have to place this introduction audio first, after that the recording. So how to change the position of the recording and place at the position where the introduction ends. Okay, when the introduction ends, we have to start the recording. So we have to move this recording and place it at this position. For that we can make use of the time shift tool. Okay, we can click and drag and place it wherever we want. That is the use of time shift tool. Okay, so now after this introduction ends, the recording will start. Similarly, here we have a background music. How to mix the background music? We can split this background music and place each portions wherever we want. So for that, select this selection tool, place the mouse pointer at the position where we want to split. Then from edit menu, select clip boundaries and select split. Okay, now this background audio is splitted into two portions. Similarly, we can split it another position, place the mouse pointer at a position, edit, clip boundaries, split. Okay, now we have splitted the background music into three parts. Now by using the time shift tool, we can move these splitted portions and we can place it wherever we want. So this is how we can mix different audio files in Audacity software. Now let's move on to chapter 10, My Computer. In this chapter we have learned about the 3D printing, which is a technology with which we can print 3D objects by using heavy 3D printers. And this 3D printing technology indicates that the computer technology has grown into great heights. Then we have learned about the history of computers. The first computer was ENIAC, which was developed in 1946. It had a size of a big hall and the processing speed was very low. These were the drawbacks of ENIAC. After that, in 1952, the first commercial scientific computer was developed by IBM, and that was named as IBM 701. Here also it had a size of a big room. Then after that, in 1970, the world's first personal computer was developed, and that was named as Kenback 1. Then in 1983, the first personal computer with graphical user interface was developed by Apple, and the name was Lisa. This was even smaller than the computers developed before Lisa. Okay, then after that, in 1985, the Microsoft Windows operating system was launched. Then in 1992, GNU Linux operating system was launched. After that, many versions of these operating systems were developed. Then in 2000, the smartphone era has begun. The first smartphone was Ericsson R380. Then in 2000, the Apple company has developed a high-end laptop that was known as MacBook Pro. Then in 2008, Android was developed. Android is a Linux-based free operating system for smartphones, and many versions of Android was developed later. Then in 2012, Raspberry Pi was developed. It is a credit card sized computer. So that is the history of computers. Then after that, we have learned about the different types of data. In earlier days, computers could handle only text data, but after that, in modern computers can handle different kinds of data like text, sound, images, videos, etc. So if we want to input data into computer, we need input devices. Then in order to retrieve data from the computer, we need output devices. So we have learned about many input and output devices. So some of the input devices are keyboard, mouse, microphone, scanner, etc. Then output devices examples are printer, speaker, monitor, etc. Then we have learned about software. The computers and their peripherals operate with the help of a pre-installed set of instructions, and these instructions are known as softwares. And we have learned that softwares comes under two categories, that is system software and application software. We have to learn about application software. Application software means the softwares used by the users to perform specific tasks like word processing softwares, spreadsheet softwares, presentation softwares, etc. Then we have learned about operating system. Operating system is the main software which acts as an interface between the user and the computer, and some examples are Microsoft Windows, Linux, Mac OS, etc. Then now mobile phones are also operating with operating systems, and that is known as mobile operating systems. Examples are Android, Apple iOS, Symbian, BlackBerry OS, etc. And mobile versions of Windows and Ubuntu are also available now as mobile operating system. Then we have learned about free and proprietary software. Free software means the users have the freedom to use it for any purpose, to edit the source code and incorporate changes and copy it. But the proprietary softwares are mainly meant for a single user, like any companies, and the other users are restricted from copying or manipulating the software. And the first free operating system was GNU Linux. We are using IT at school GNU Linux operating system in the computers in our school. Okay, so this is the desktop of IT at school GNU Linux operating system. We can change this desktop background. For that, place the mouse pointer somewhere in this desktop, right click the mouse, select the option change background, then a window will appear. Here select backgrounds tab, here click on this background. Here we have wallpapers, pictures and colors. Wallpapers contains many images. In pictures we have the pictures that are included or saved or downloaded in our computer. Okay, from this wallpapers or pictures we can select the required picture and click on this select button. Then the background, desktop background will be changed. Okay, then we have learned about folders. Folders are used for storing files, and this home folder is a main folder where all the users' files are stored. Now, how to find a path of a file? Okay, so let's open one folder. We have a file here. We have to find the path of this file. So right click on this, select the option properties. In that we can see the path of that file. Okay. Okay, then we have learned about saving the files. While saving the files, we have to be very careful. We have to give an appropriate file name. We have to create a specific folder to save that file, and that will help us to remember and retrieve that file later whenever required. Okay, then we have learned how to rename a folder. Okay, so consider this folder. We have to rename this folder. So right click on the folder, select the option rename. Here we have to give a new name. After that, click on this rename button, then that folder will be renamed. Then we have learned about system settings. If we want to type in any other language than English, we have to change the keyboard layout to that language first. Okay, so here we have an icon EN which indicates English. Click here, select the required language. If we select this Malayalam, we can type in Malayalam. Then if we want to add a new language to the computer, click on this text entry settings. Then from here select region and language. Here we have input sources, under which we can see the languages already included in this computer. If you want to add a new language, click on this plus sign, then click on this more option button, and from this list select a required language and click on this add button. Then that language will be included in the computer. If we want to remove that language, say if we want to remove this Malayalam, select this and click on this minus button, then that language will be removed. So today we have revised chapter 9, Hello Mic Testing, in which we have learned about sound recording, mixing and editing the audio files using Audacity software. Then we have revised chapter 10, My Computer, in which we have learned about the evolution of computers, then input output devices, different types of data, software, operating system, etc. So you have a homework. First question is, what are the different audio file formats? And second question, what is an operating system? So children, I hope all of you were able to recollect the topics learned in these two chapters. So see you next class. Bye. Thank you and have a nice day.